and they have not scored from the field in 5 minutes.
Well, this is Paul Pierce time. Right now, your team is reeling, and it's time for him now to take over. He and Ray Allen, when Ray Allen gets out there, but Paul Pierce has got to be the guy.
Rondo continues his marksmanship now with 11 points. In 13 minutes, he is 3 of 7.
Paul Pierce taking only 4 shots here in this ball game.
Salmons into Pierce. Perkins doubling. Loose ball. Rondo looking Miller get back on D, but Rondo's speed is too much. Now 13 and 13 for Rondo. And just like that, the Celtics back on top by 3. Salmons shedding Pierce. Rebound by Rondo. Salmons 3 of 10. Rondo with his 6th rebound. Screen by Davis. That opens up the door for Pierce. The screen was on Salmons. And Doug Pierce, 3 of 5 with 6 points.
Now they need him. Now that the Bulls have made their run, you've had Rondo answer with 2 baskets. Paul Pierce, a little 6-0 spurt by the Celtics.
In less than a minute. Miller. Perkins comes out. No one on Thomas. Head by Davis. Turns the ball over.
See, that's what Doc Rivers was so upset with the other night in the 4th quarter. When you play Tyrus Thomas, they want to run at him and force him to dribble the basketball. All of his shots the other night in the 4th quarter were catch and shoot. That time they forced him to put it on the floor, and he turned the ball over.
Lindsey Hunter is left, and back in is Ben Gordon. Gordon has assessed the defense of Rondo. Shot clock at 10. Just trying to set a screen as Rondo serving. That's what the ball did the other day. It stuck a little bit. Now the shot clock at 4. Good take by Davis on Thomas. Oh, and a tie! Look at the big man fly! Miller picked up his 2nd foul. Davis has 14 points.
You think he knows his buddy, Tyrus Thomas? They've been friends since they were 8 years old. If you raise your eyebrows to Tyrus Thomas, he's going to leave his feet to block the shot. Beautiful pump fake there, and so we've seen Big Baby Davis and Kevin Garnett. He was a little bit sullen in game 1, obviously not happy that he couldn't play. I understand that, Kevin. I've been hurt in the playoffs. How terrible it is to sit over there. You see a much more animated Kevin Garnett today than you did see in game 1.
Noah has come in for Tyrus Thomas and quickly snares a rebound. Noah getting his 2nd of the game. Rose 0 of 2. Had early foul trouble. Chicago with the timeout and 7:23 to play here in the 2nd quarter. So the Bulls were down by 12. Then they went up by 1. Then Boston has countered with an 8-0 run. Rondo has ignited it along with Big Baby Glenn Davis. 13 for Rondo, 14 for Davis as Garnett's presence and Doc Rivers leading him on the bench.
Well, you can feel the intensity, the urgency of this game. They do not want to be in an 0-2 home going to Chicago with a great home court record. Fouls is their bench. They have 15 points off the bench, only 10 in game 1. They were 4 of 20 in game 1 tonight, 3 of 3. They've gotten to the line 8 times, made them all, and that's one of the reasons why they're in this ball game. Is we see Derrick Rose finally get in that lane. He had 14 points in the paint in game 1. That's the first time he's been able to get in there tonight and score.
Stops an 8-0 run. You see the points in the paint right there. Rose 1 of 3 from the field. Heinrich is coming for Salmons. There is a foul, and it goes on Kendrick Perkins. And Perkins has just picked up his 3rd for the Celtics. And it comes with 7 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Dave, what do you have?
And Leon Poe, in that one basket that he scored, suffered a minor left knee sprain. He's expected to return.
Thank you very much as Mikey Moore comes in for Perkins.
Well, that bench is a lot of attrition going on with big man right now for Doc Rivers, and that does not bode well in a long series. I talked about Perkins. Remember early in the game I said he's got to stay out of foul trouble? Here he is now with 7 minutes to go in the half. Already has his 3rd. Let's see if the Bulls can take advantage.
Rose. Gordon picked up by Allen. That's a quick foul. Ray Allen trying to guard, and Allen picks up the foul. That's a 2nd on Ray Allen, who tonight, Doug, has in his starting role 11 minutes and 0 of 2. He has yet to score.
That makes him now 1 for 14 in the series. He's struggling guarding Ben Gordon off the dribble. You think these guys know each other well. They played at Connecticut, and I'm sure they played against each other a lot in the summertime. But remember now, Ray Allen struggled last year in the first and the second rounds before he found his shooting touch. Interestingly enough, he had one shooting sleeve on when he put on last year when he found his little touch against Detroit. Now he has two. I'd be interesting if we look back at game one. Did he have two sleeves, or is that superstition now like it was last year in the Detroit series when he went to that sleeve and started shooting well? He went to the sleeve because Rip Hamilton had long fingernails and was scratching him, and so he went to the sleeve. So I'd like to see maybe on video, did he have two sleeves on in game one?
Well, he is superstitious. He shoots at a certain time every day, and he eats at a certain time. Good screen by Moore on Noah. That opens up the shot by Davis. A rebound by Miller, who's come off the bench with 5 rebounds and 11 points. Heinrich is picked up by Allen at the other end. Quick trap with Moore. Miller. Rose tried to penetrate. Noah saves it. Shot clock at 10. Rose over Moore on the defensive rotation.
Oh, if he makes that shot, you can't guard him because you've got to give him some cushion and try to keep him out of the paint. And this Chicago Bull team, they just keep fighting back.
Rose with 4, 2 of 4. This saw the run by the Bulls. 6-zip. House over Rose for 3. The rebound by Moore offensively. House another 3. This time it's good. Rose couldn't get good defensive position for Chicago.
Well, offensive rebound. That's when those threes present themselves because guys are spaced out on the floor. Get that offensive rebound, you kick it out.
Look at the second chance points. A turnover right there. House, who just had his first basket, gets it again. Driving by Rose. Moore. Davis. House picked up by Rose. Rondo finds an open lane with the floater good over Noah.
That's great ball movement. Great ball movement by the Celtics. 3-4 guys touched it. They had good dribble penetration, and then Rondo's got that floater down to a science now.
Rondo's got 15 and 9 shots. Another steal, another Chicago turnover. 3-on-2. Rondo into Rose, who got a hand on the ball. Heinrich vacuums it in. Here comes Gordon, 2-on-1. Rondo down at the other end. Davis with a hard foul on Gordon at the other end as Rondo, as you can see right there, writhing in pain with 5:03 to play in the first half.
Took a nasty fall. Could have been the third foul on Derrick Rose. He was able that time to get a piece of the ball, and we're going to have to see Rondo, man. All of a sudden, the Celtics here, these little injuries starting to mount up. Let's see, right there, you see the little piece of ball, and I'm trying to figure out when he fell awkwardly, man. He got his leg underneath him, and see right there, he got a piece of the shot. He got that right leg look like caught up underneath him. So
how about Davis at the other end, who just picked up his second personal foul for the Boston Celtics with a hard foul on the driving Ben Gordon of Chicago.
Well, that's what the Celtics do. If you're going to go to the basket, you better be prepared that they're going to give you hard fouls. There will be no touch fouls against the Celtics.
There's an injury timeout with the Celtics on top by 6 on TNT. Doug, you were talking about those sleeves on the superstitious Ray Allen of Boston.
Well, he started wearing it in the Detroit game, as I talked about. And I said, did he have them both on in game one? And yes, he did. That was a shot that would have tied the game. Didn't go. 1 of 12 in that game. So Ray Allen did go to both sleeves here early in this playoffs. Shooters are very superstitious. Ask Kenny Smith there in the studio. I mean, you start making some shots, you're not going to change. The way you drive to the arena, what lane you go through, if you have to pay a toll, what you eat before the game. I mean, guys, like golfers, basketball players, shooters, athletes are very superstitious.
If you take a look at Rondo, they've spent a lot of time out on the floor taking a look at his foot, his ankle. And that comes at the 5:03 mark. Gordon was hammered hard by Davis at the other end, so he is at the line for the Chicago Bulls, who will be taking their 17th and 18th free throws right here.
Kevin, the importance of having depth on your team is when you play like the Celtics did, and you see it through the years with the Michael Jordan teams, these teams, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, when you play deep into the playoffs, San Antonio Spurs, every single year it seems, you get very little rest coming back the next year. You become more susceptible as you get older, even though Rondo's a younger player, to get hurt. And that's why you need quality depth on your team, and we're already starting to see the injuries here starting to take their toll on the Celtics.
Marbury has come in for the injured Rondo. Under 5 to play. A quick trap on Pierce. They've done that tonight. Miller will pick up Davis, who's been absolutely terrific. Good screen by Davis. Marbury, shot clock at 5. Allen, screen by Marbury. over Rose. Good-looking shot. They got him free with a series of screens. Doug, they had, as you said before the game, had to screen better for Allen.
Free him up so he can get good.